Hi, everybody. My name is Amy from Amy's Journals and More, created by Greg Amy, and I'm here today for Scrapbooking with Me design team, and I'm actually going to make a quick bag journal that I need for um, tracking my pen pal correspondence. Basically, is why I'm doing it. I have probably about, I think, anywhere from 6 to 10 pen pals. I can't quite remember. And I'm losing track kind of like, when am I sending them, what am I doing, and also too just keeping their information of their likes, dislikes, their emails and things like that, emails, addresses, all those things. So today I'm working with the kit, Vintage Farmhouse Market. I love this kit. The reason I chose this kit is because it inspires me, because I love sunflowers, I love vintage, and I also love the outdoors and nature in the summertime. So I chose this kit, and it also has some writing spaces, um, and it's really quite beautiful. And it reminds me of summer, and I really love summer, and I like to sit outside and write letters and do all kinds of things outdoors. So I'm basically just using this kit to track my pen pal correspondence. And um, yeah, you can do anything you want with this kit, but it leaves a lot of room for writing, and that's what I appreciated. Because basically what I'm going to do is take a page for each pen pal and write their information, their likes, dislikes, because I like to send out birthday cards and holiday cards. And then this way I can track that I send this person this card and things like that. I'm trying to do better with that. And I just received a couple of new pen pals, actually, which I'm kind of excited about, because I needed another thing to do, right? So, and then it has a bunch of ephemera to it. I'm not sure what ephemera I will be using. I will probably use this, and I probably will use one of these on the front cover. Um, let's see. I haven't quite decided that part yet, because I want to see how it's going to set up, and then this is going to be great for like little notes. Like, if I want to put like this on a different page and put holiday cards, and then I can put the person's name and check off whether or not I sent it. So that I might use for that. Tags would be great to put into little pockets if I want to write down specific information. So yeah, really cute kit, y'all. And I will have the my link posted in the description area. Forgive me, I traveled for a couple days and I'm all raspy and um, really honestly exhausted. So I think everybody has your pharmacy bags, right? And what I am going to do, I like to leave it whole the way it is because it gives it more sturdiness. But what I do is I'll take my PVA glue, and I'm just gonna basically put some glue in here because I want this to be glued down. Nothing crazy here. And then just making sure that this lays flat. It's a little wrinkled, so I gotta unwrinkle it. I want to keep the integrity of the bag. So some people choose to cut them out and like fold them in half and all that. I want this to be quick. I don't want this to take me days upon days to create. So I'm just going to leave it very, very simple, and I actually like the rustic of it, the color of it with the kit. So I don't want to fully, hide the bag. And then what I'll do is just, if there's any creases, I don't mind that crease. It's okay. And some people cut this bottom off. I am not. I'm actually going to leave it as a pocket. So I'm just going to put a little glue here, a little glue here, and I'm going to hold that down for a minute. And I want that to be a tuck. So I'm not getting rid of that. Some people do, some people don't. I'm not going to this time. You can choose you do whatever you want. But that's not what I'm doing. Okay, so that's it. That's all I'm doing to get this bag ready. That's all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this the closure right here, this piece right here. So this is going to become my closure. One thing I do like to do though is I like to crease pretty well with my bone folder or whatever you have sitting here. This is just what I happen to have sitting here because I was gluing pages together. I use this for pages usually. I don't know where my other one is actually at the moment. It's here somewhere. Okay, here it is. So I'll just use this. I mean, I have other bone folders too. I just grab whatever's convenient because I'm just basically wanting to make sure everything is creased well and, down well, the sides well, glued well, that kind of thing. And that's it. That's all. And then this will fold over like this. I don't need this to be huge by any means. Okay. And that is it. And then I probably will have this close. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Like that, maybe? I could do that. Have this come up. And then magnetize. I could put a magnet. Could. Maybe. Or reposition this. That's probably what I'm going to do. Probably just going to reposition this. And recrease it. I don't need a huge closure. And then I will cover this to give it. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to leave this open. I changed my mind on this. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of do this. Add glue. Because I need this sturdy. So I'm going to close this up. That's what I mean. This is not, there's no rhyme or reason to this. It's just quick. It's just figuring it out as you go. I didn't plan this out exactly, but it's going to work. So that's all I care about. And then what I'm probably going to do is get my scoreboard out. And let's see. I'm going to score. I do want to score this will work right here. I'm going to score because I do want this to have a little bit of probably about a quarter, eighth inch, whatever. Like that. Because I do want this to have a little give in case it gets a little bulky. So let's do that. And of course I didn't let this dry because why would I do that? I don't know. All right, let's see. Okay, there we go. That works. Because don't forget, I'm going to put signature in here, so I needed to have some room to move a little bit. So yeah, just gives it a little bit of room to move. Okay, so now that will work, and then I'm going to again just crease it really, really well. Okay. And then this, like that. Just want that creased really, really well. All right, perfect. And that's that. Okay, now the signature is going to go. Let's see. I'm going to put the signature. Sew the signature here, and it is not going to be having any extra spining, anything, nothing. It's literally just going to fold over like this, and then I'm going to put like a pocket here. I have a pocket here, have a pocket here, And then it's going to fold over like that. And then we could have something that this will be the cover right here. And that's the back. So what I'll do is I like to put a little note for myself back. And you don't have to do this. It's just the way I track it. And then I put pocket. Okay, signature. There we go. Okay, now I'm using all of the pages, every single one. So, and the cover is going to have like, so this is going to be, I actually really would like to make this the cover. I really, really would. The front and the back is so pretty. But I love the back of this. I might end up reprinting. Look how pretty that is. I mean, I do have extra writing paper, so it's not a big deal. But I like the ladder. I like this ladder a lot. I'm probably going to reprint this page. That's what's going to happen. And I will do that eventually. Okay, so we know this is going to be a cover, so I'm going to reprint just the front of this. Okay, that will be the cover right here. Look how pretty that would be for the cover. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to reprint that page. And then I'm going to have, let's see how I'm going to set this. Let's fold all of these. I want this in the inside like that. So I'm setting up my signature so I can sew that in. Oh, I just realized how funny it has a envelope and letter. That's fun. Okay. Maybe I should have made that the front, huh? Maybe. That's kind of funny. And that tells me what I'm doing. Oh, maybe that's the case. Okay. Well, I think I changed my mind. How quick was that, right? How cute to tell me that this is my pen pal. Okay. Well, I just changed my mind. And you've seen it here, folks. And then this can actually just spill over. So I don't even need to really cut much of this off, which is great. I do want a little bit of the edge of the bag sticking out because I do like the look of that. Okay, so here's how I measure. I'm going to just measure that to come off right here. Let's see. There we go. And that's measured, and that will fit. And I'm not going to cut, so I'm going to just tear. So I'm going to make a crease. This is cute too, this side. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so this is going down. You know, I do want to kind of ink this though, because I don't want to leave it. Let's do some vintage photo for this one. And I don't want you to sit here and have to watch me ink. I'm only doing this because I'm putting the cover on. Okay, and again, I'm using the kit by Scrapbooking with Me, Miss Edith's kit, and it's Vintage Farmhouse, which it's so summer to me. It really, really is. And I'm just going to ink this little edge here. Nothing crazy. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to, you know, I can ink that later, actually. I don't need to bore you with that. I'm only doing that because I didn't like a lot of the white on this, on the edge of that. And I may still do more later. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm just going to use some PVA glue real quick. Just put it around the edge. Nothing, not a lot, because I'm going to sew this. So I don't need a whole lot of glue. Okay. And then that's going to go here. There we go. Just flatten it down a little. It's another thing I like about the PVA glue. It's a little forgiving with time. That's why I kind of like to use it sometimes for certain pages. Okay, so that's good. Okay, don't mind it. Okay, and like I said, I am going to sew this, but I do want to put it down right now. Okay, and then to cover the rest of this, I can just use this strip because it goes with it. May as well just do that. Okay, that'll work. Kind of liking this side, actually. Yeah, kind of do like that side. Makes more sense. Okay. All right, I don't want to overthink it because I'm trying to keep this 30 minutes. This is the point. Quick and easy. Okay. All right, this is going to go here like that. And it kind of fit really nicely. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay. Now, signature, back to that, because I accidentally found a new one I wanted to use. Okay, let's do this one. And I will have to cut some of these down to fit. Okay, let's do this one. And this one. My grandfather actually grew up on a farm with, I think he had 13 children on the farm. And my grandfather always loved doing his garden and, things of that nature. So I kind of always think of my grandfather when I use farm animals or, things like that. He's been gone for quite some time now, but yeah, I always think of him when I'm like doing farm animals, and it's kind of neat to think about like growing up on a farm with 13 brothers and sisters. Like I have 4 brothers myself, and I know our house was absurdly crazy, so I can't even imagine like what his household would have been like, really. Okay, so I'm kind of just placing them the way I want to kind of have my signature look. I may add in I'm trying to, I love this ladder. I really love this ladder. I'm going to put, this actually is going to be my centerpiece. Okay, let's put this one here. And I don't want cow to cow. This one can go here. And then this one, actually, let's do cow. And then let's do this one. I really like this correspondent one. It's really neat. Let's do this one. And then this one. Okay, and there's my signature pretty much. Okay, so now I have to see what I need to cut off here, because I don't want to cut off just one end. I want it to be pretty even because where's my pencil? Oh, pencil, here you are. Because I don't want to lose too much of each page, because I really like each page. So I'm going to push this down kind of even. Okay, so here's where I need to cut off right here. Okay. And I will just kind of attach these together like this. And I'm going to bring out my, I should probably put the the pin back in my glue, huh? I do that a lot. Except I can't find it. That's interesting. How do you lose a big old glue pin? Ask Amy. See, it even has the green. Look, it even has the green top. How do you lose that? I mean, that's just silly, Amy. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna attach these together with some paper clips on each end, because I'm going to cut them all together. I don't want to spend a lot of time, cutting them page by page. So I'm just going to kind of, because again, I want this to be kind of a little rustic. I don't want it to be perfect. And because that's not going to suit me on this project. Okay. And I think I got to remove my blade in this, because I think I might do a decal on this. This is a great cutter, by the way. It's by Creative Memories, and it does have different blades, and you store them in the bottom, and you literally just throw it in and it's done. It's so simple. It's the best cutter ever. Okay. So I think I'm going to just kind of... Okay, that's not lined up correctly. And this is all I'm doing. I don't want this to be perfect. And look, I cut through beautifully. Now I'll flip it and get it lined up. And I think I might need a little bit more off on this end. A little bit more. There we go. And look, done. Done. Let's take it all out of here and see what I got going on here. Started getting like too much. Okay, let's finish. There we go. Done. All right, now what I'm going to do is move the paper clip to the top and to the bottom. And I want to just do a decal edge real quick on this. Actually, I should make sure that this fits in here. Yeah. Might need a little bit more off on the edge. I'll take it off on that other edge. Okay, I want to cut. Okay, there we go. And then do the same over here. I want to move that back up because I think I need a little bit more off on the end. A little bit more. Because I don't want it to come out the top or the bottom. I mean, it wouldn't matter, but I don't want it to. Okay, now move this down here. Move that down here and take a little bit off this edge, because I'm doing this more for decoration than sizing, so I don't want to cut too much off. There we go. There we go. And that's that. Clean off my cutter real quick. I try not to put it away yucky. Okay. There we go. Now let's fold these back up. Make sure it fits, and it should. And it does. Okay, awesome. And just so you know, to decorate this, I'm going to use different kit for this part. Okay, I just wanted to get my signature together real quick. Okay, that's that. Now I want to add. Oops, excuse my reach. I have a craft-a-lanch going on, as you all probably understand. I wanted to add a couple piece of this, and what I'm doing is I'm going to fold this in half. This is just writing paper, so but I like the color of it with this kit, So I'm just basically folding it because it's a large size. So I'm folding it in half, and I just want to do this. And I'm going to tuck it into different sections. And I have a couple pieces here. And this will give me a little bit more writing space as well, but also too, I just like the color of it. Okay, there's that. And again, like I said, there's no rhyme or reason to this. I don't want anything perfect. I just want to have a place to keep track of my pen pal correspondence. That's it. So that's all. This is writing. This is nice writing paper. I actually like to write on this paper sometimes. I have it in one of my journals too. Okay, there's that. Okay, there's that. Now, let's tuck them in. And I know I'll put one here. One's going to go there. And then I'll put one here. And I'll turn it around so the ripped end's on the bottom of this one. Try to break it up a little bit. Okay. And then I definitely want to put one here because it's got a white back, which I'll address that later. Just trying to show you how quick you can put together a little bag journal just for a little bit of note taking. You know, if you have some, like I even use it for a daily list making. Like I use these for a lot of reasons. I have smash books that I make out of these and save my favorite things in them. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's not like, you know, there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to this. And look, here we go. There, we're done. And we have one to fit in. Okay, now I will go back in now and place everything correctly the way I want it. So this is going to go like that. And then this like that. Okay, and then this like that. And I'm not trying to cover up the roosters. Actually, my son has chickens and he has a really cool rooster. And he just passed away. He was old, but he was so much fun. Actually, I want to put this one there. And he was so much fun. We called him Henry. And he passed away now, but Henry was a cool guy. He watched over his women. And he never hurt them or anything. He was just a cool rooster. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to place this in here. And like I said, I will cover up the bag in spots later. I'm not interested in trying to cover up a lot of the bag. It's just not what I'm looking to do. So, I mean, you obviously can, but I will work on that later. I'm just not interested in doing that right now because it's not that important to me. If I ever cover it, to be honest. I'm just more wanting to make myself a pen pal correspondence quick and easy and have it done. You know, I have 2 minutes left. Okay, so I'm not trying to make this difficult for myself at all. Now, where's my sewing? My sewing bag is right here. Okay, and like I said, I put together this in about 30 minutes approximately, maybe a little, you know, but by the time I finish everything up, it'll be a little bit over that, but it's okay. It's all good. All good. Now let's see. 1, 2, 3. I counted out to 3. I don't know why. Some people do, some people don't. Some people leave it on the thing, and whatever makes you comfortable and happy is what you should do. This I would normally put in a tool I have, but because it's a bag journal and it's not that serious, I'm just going to do that. And it's not that big a deal. I'm going to put 3 holes And I just look out the back to make sure I'm in the center. And like I said, this is just a very rustic, these make actually great fun like art books too, for like kids, or um, whatever, like if you wanted to keep one to draw in, to doodle in, or to keep track of um, daily lists, or like I said, it's a very, very easy, like, like, why buy a notebook at the store when you can have a really cool like bag that you got from the store anyway, and you can reuse it and make something simple as this, just a three hole pamphlet stitch that takes you, what, 1 minute. I just did this in to look done, and it's not that big a deal. It really, really is not. And then I just tighten it up, pull the thread through. Now, a quick tip: I use a wine cork, and I keep my sewing needle at the bottom, and I keep my awl at the top. And this way I have it all together, and then I keep it in one of these little bags with the wax thread. And this way, easy peasy. I have clips in there, and this way I never lose it. And that's it. And then I just tie it. I usually do 3 ties. Don't know why. Just do. Doesn't mean it's right, wrong, or different. You do you. I always say do what makes you happy. Okay, and that's it, and that's all. And I'm not putting gems on this, so I know I'm not, so I'm going to cut this down. Usually if I was, I would leave it longer, but I'm not. I'm not looking to make this fancy. I want this to be rustic and just a place I keep track of my pen pal stuff, like I said from the start. And I'm using Vintage Farmhouse Market kit by Scrapbooking with Me, Miss Edith. It's a beautiful kit. I had to use it for this because it reminded me of summer, and it reminded me of my grandfather because of the animals, which I love. Plus, fun fact, I am a sunflower girl. I love my sunflowers. They are my favorite flowers. I adore them. I grow them. I have them on everything. And I love green. Green and sunflowers are my favorite. I like owls, but green and sunflowers are in here, and nature. I love nature. I love birds. So this spoke to me. And I figured out it had a letter in it with an envelope, which is funny because I didn't even notice that originally when I looked at it. I just love the sunflowers and the nature. Tea. I love drinking tea. And I'm just flipping through to make sure that everything is in correctly. And done. Okay. Easy peasy, right? And that, and I added 3 extra sheets of paper. And I will cover these later. And this is going to be a pocket. This will get a pocket on it. This will have a pocket. It'll fold over like this. Actually, I kind of changed my mind about this a little bit. See, I will make this work for me, however that looks. I don't know yet. I'm kind of rethinking how I want this set up. I don't know yet. I might rethink this because if I do keep it the way it is, then I'm gonna have to cut off this much, which I could easily. It's not a big deal, but I don't know if I want to. I might just take it over like this and make this the closure. That may end up happening, y'all. It may, because it's easy to do. So I may have just changed up my mind a little bit. So if that's the case, then that's what it is. And then it'll go like this. It'll come over like that, which actually that'll make it stronger, really. And then I can still put a pocket here if I want to. And I could put a side tuck right here. But this is my cover. Yeah, I may have just, actually I kind of liking that better. See, doesn't matter. You can change it up. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, And it's strong because it's got the pocket, or that, it's strong because it's got that bottom piece, and that still is absolutely a tuck still. So it's not going to matter. I just kind of am liking the strength of this now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. And that's the cover right here. And then look, this could even be the cover too. Lots to do. So, okay. So anyway, 30 minutes. I put together my pen pal correspondence. Yes, in my world, I could use it just as it is right now. It does not matter to me. In your world, you may want to decorate. So it might take an hour max. And I could probably put this together in the next, 10, 15 minutes, really, realistically. And the closure on this is just going to be magnetized. So I'm going to put a magnet here, and it's going to close shut. Either that, or I may just do a Velcro, a couple of Velcro pieces. I don't know. Or I may just put a grommet and have a wraparound and untie it and tie it. I don't know yet. I'm going to decide that later. And it's mine, so it doesn't really matter. And again, I used a CVS pharmacy bag that I got a ton of medications in. And I literally just folded up. I glued the sides down. I used Miss Edith's. I got to stop saying Miss Edith's because people don't understand me. And it's Vintage Farmhouse Market, Burlap and Sunshine. It's gorgeous. And look at how great this looks on this paper bag. Like, I mean, come on. And again, I added my own little writing paper in here just to track my pen pals and stuff like that in here. This would be great for a daily journal. This would be great for a daily planner. This could be great for a kid for art or scribble or whatever. And whatever you want it to do. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. And look, I put it together in 30 minutes and it's voila. So thank you for watching. And I'm going to link I'm going to put the link in the description of the kit. And if you choose to buy it, you can go on over and grab that. And I know there's sales going on over on Etsy and on the website. I'm not sure of the sales, and that's my bad, and I'm so sorry. But I was away actually for a few days, and I'm kind of a little out of the loop. And I just got back yesterday, and I'm exhausted. But I wanted to make sure I got this done because I do need to get my own procrastination under control with my pen pals and things like that. So this I was hoping would inspire me. And how funny, I found an envelope and a letter. So whatever you want to use it for. I don't know if you send out cards. I send out still Christmas cards and birthday cards if I can, and things like that. This is a great place to maybe track your birthdays, or or letters you may want to send to elders. I don't know, whatever you want. I mean, this to me is just going to track some stuff for me. But yeah, I appreciate you watching, and please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed the project, or if you are going to grab the kit, because the kit is so fantastic. It really is so fantastic. It just reminds me of summer, and I'm in summer mode, and being out in the sun just makes me happy. And yeah, and look, all the ephemera. I'm going to add a piece of this ephemera actually on the closure. And I think I'm going to magnetize it so I can put this on there. But yeah, gorgeous, right? Like, come on, it's beautiful. So yeah. All right. Well, I hope you all have a good day. And thanks for watching. Bye.